Παρακαλούνται οι προσκεκλημένοι να μεταβούν στο ναό της Σύρας.
Each ceremony is unique, and the music and the choreography is different every time. In total, there will be 33 women coming through from the temple of Hera, 31 priestesses, the choreographer, and the high priestess. Choreographer Artemis Ignatiou is about to commence the ceremony. She'll hit the drum 3 times. With this gesture, she sends a message of recognition and thanks to her dance teacher Maria Horus, who took part in the first Olympic flame lighting ceremony in Olympia in 1936 and was the choreographer for more than 30 years. Horus was the last surviving priestess from the 1936 ceremony. She died in 2015 at the age of 94 and choreographed the presentation ceremony from 1964 in Tokyo through to 2006 in Torino. There was no lighting ceremony in the Olympic Games, in the ancient Olympic Games, and there was a permanent flame burning. Choreographer designs the entire ceremony and is also central to the performance. She now performs a small ritual. She's creating a sound with the stones in her hand. And she's collected these stones in a riverbed of a river that is nearby the archaeological site. And the priestesses perform a small ritual to prepare the area spiritually. High Priestess Xanthi Joyu will now do a prayer to the god Apollo.
Ιερά σιωπή, να ηχήσει όλος ο αιθέρας, η γη, η θάλασσα και οι πνοές των ανέμων. Όροι και τέμποι, ψυγείστε, ήχοι και φωνές πουλιών, πάυσατε, γιατί μέλη να μας συντροφεύσει ο Φίβος, ο φωσφόρος βασιλεύς. Απόλλωνα, Θεέ του ήλιου και της ιδέας του φωτός, στείλε τις ακτίνες σου και άναψε την ιερή δάδα για τη φιλόξενη πόλη του Τόκιο.
She asked for sacred silence. Let the sky, the earth, the sea, and the wind sound. And now she takes the torch and places it in the parabola. She's trying to find the perfect position, and the lighting of the Olympic flame takes just a moment. The Olympic torch is different from all others and remains permanently in Greece. It's a silver forged torch and inspired by a pillar in the temple of Hera, designed upside down. Only 4 torches were made. One sits in the Olympic Museum in Lausanne. She now lights the estiata, is waiting to receive the flame, the fire. The Greek word estia means home, and in this ceremony the choreographer Ignacio describes it even stronger by translating it as the heart of the house. The flame has been transferred from the torch to the bowl. The torch remains at the altar of Hera, and the group of priestesses and the koroi now prepare for the procession to the stadium. Led by choreographer Artemis Gnatiou. Design of the ceremony can take up to 2 years. Gnatiou started many years ago, being one of the children, to break off the olive branch, progressed to priestess and then high priestess in 1998, and has been the choreographer since 2008. Priestesses pass the kuri, who are taking up the poses, discus running and javelin. Passing by the zanes. Priestesses and the kuri will make their way up onto the hill overlooking the stadium. Choreographer passing through the crypt.
Είσοδος προφιέρειας και ιεριών με την Ολυμπιακή φλόγα στο αρχαίο στάδιο. Entry of the high priestess and priestesses in the ancient stadium. Χορογραφία ιεριών με τίτλο χώρες, κούρι και νηριίδες. Choreography performed by the priestesses entitled Chorus, Kuri and Nereids.
First element of these dances, the 15 priestesses will dance the choreography called the chores. The lira, Kuri now join and dance a choreography showing the athletic disciplines, running, javelin and discus. You can see who the winner is, but they don't focus on that. They all go together. Pierre de Coubertin said, "The most important thing in the Olympic Games is not winning, but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering, but fighting well." 16 priestesses now symbolize Nereids. And this links Tokyo to Japan, a city and a country surrounded by water. And the fast rhythm and the drums symbolize the movement of the sea, taming of the waves and the dolphins. The Nereids were depicted in ancient art as beautiful young maidens, sometimes running with small dolphins or fish in their hands, or else riding on the back of dolphins and other sea creatures. The High Priestess, Santi Georgiou, walks down the hill towards the stone at the bottom, where the second of the torches is waiting with an olive branch beside it, lying on the stone, waiting for the arrival of the frame. The High Priestess will now perform a last prayer.
Ω Χρυσοστεφάνων αέθλων, Ολυμπία, δέσποινα αλαθείας, ειν αμάντιες άνδρες, εμπείρις τεκμερώμενοι, παραπηρώνται διός αργικεράβνου, ή την έχει λόγων, ανθρώπων περιμεωμένων,
She speaks in ancient Greek about two mothers, one the real mothers of the winners of the Olympic Games, and the other mother in a symbolic way, the city of ancient Olympia, as the mother of truth. She then repeats the second half of the prayer to Apollo. Apollo, god of sun and the idea of light, send your rays and light to the sacred torch for the hospitable city of Tokyo. And you, Zeus, give peace to all peoples on earth and reach the winners of the sacred race. She then lights the Olympic flame from the bowl. The flame is transferred to the Olympic torch. She holds it aloft with the olive branch.
Παράδοση της Ολυμπιακής Φλόγας από την προφέρεια Ξανθή Γεωργίου στην πρώτη λαμπαδιδρόμο, τη Χρυσή Ολυμπιονίκη στη σκοποβολή Άννα Κορακάκη.
She will now hand over the torch to Anna Korakai, the first torchbearer, the gold Olympic medalist in shooting in 2016 at the Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games. She receives the flame in the torch, the Tokyo Olympic Games, designed with a cherry blossom motive. Children from the 2011 Japanese natural disaster inspired this with their drawings. She says, Tinela o kalinike, Tinela. It represents the sound a bell makes like ding dong, but it actually means wake up, now's your time, go and win. The dove of peace after the flame is the most important symbol. It is all about the peace. The dove is released. It'll fly back home to northern Greece, taking approximately 1 day. Priestesses and the korai make their way back to the sanctuary of Olympia. Anna Korakai will be the first female torchbearer in the history of the Olympic flame lighting ceremony, since it was introduced in 1936. The Greek champion, born in 1996 in the city of Drama in Greece, also won a bronze medal at Rio in 2016, 10-metre air pistol. She started her sports career at age 12 and had already become a world and European champion. She has qualified for the Tokyo Olympic Games, and her father is her coach, Tassos Korakakis.
Safe journey back to the hospitable city of Tokyo.
Torches made with a sakura gold coloured, 10,000 torches made in total, weighing 1.2 kilograms and 71 centimetres high. The torch can withstand heavy rainfall and winds up to 61 kilometres per hour. And this torch design is the 20th design of a unique torch since the first one was designed for Berlin in 1936. Is running along the length of the track, 192.27 metres. She is now making her way up the hill towards the monument for Pierre de Coubertin. Passes through the gates and along the road to the area with the monument. Just a short way and she will turn towards the monument through the gates. "134 days until the opening ceremony of the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, Friday the 24th of July. Here we can see her making her way the monument contains the heart of Pierre de Coubertin. His body is buried at a cemetery in Lausanne in Switzerland. And it is a symbolic homage to the founder of the modern Olympic Games, Pierre de Coubertin. now turns and departs from the area of the monument, and a second torch bearer will be waiting for her. Noguchi Mizuki. She will now transfer the flame to Noguchi Mizuki, chosen as the second torchbearer, Olympic Games marathon champion from Athens 2004, and this is the first time that she has revisited Greece since then. And she now proceeds along the road to start the Olympic torch relay. It will pass through various cities in Greece over the next 7 days. It will go from the top to the bottom of Greece and also to Crete. And as she begins her journey, that concludes the ceremony for the lighting of the Olympic flame for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll join us again next week when the flame arrives in the Panathenaic Stadium on the 19th of March for the handover ceremony to the Olympic Organising Committee Tokyo 2020.
Καλύτερη ομάδα. Καταδεισμένη νομικά, παραδοσιακή και δυναμική.